The GoFest Max Finale event is here. I cannot believe it. Well, it's not here yet. It feels like forever away, but in this video, we're going to go through everything included. There is an event, and there's a sub-event, and there's pretty much every Gigantamax Pokemon returning to the game, and there's also Eternatus and Eternamax. It's incredible. It's incredible. Let's just jump straight into everything that it includes. Last night, I stayed up for the Pokemon Presents event, and let me tell you, I don't regret it. I mean, it was about 20 minutes long, and the only things related to Pokemon Go was around about 30 seconds. It felt like it was over in the blink of an eye, but it did announce Eternatus and Eternamax is coming to Pokemon Go. That's pretty much it. Oh, they did give us a code for free Gigantamax Pokemon, just one of them, so I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm sure people are happy with that. But let me tell you, staying up till 1 o'clock really made me so tired today. So I pretty much just made my video on it, and then I went to sleep, and I told myself I'll go through everything in super fine detail today. I had a quick spin through it before. There is so much stuff included in this. I mean, for them to only give us a 30-second window as part of that announcement video is absolutely crazy, because the amount of stuff that is included in this event is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, and that's even if you just ignore the fact that Eternamax is coming. Eternamax, one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. You can only catch one of them. We'll go through that in a little bit, but that is how overpowered this is. They pretty much flat out said that Eternatus is way too overpowered, so you're only getting one of them. I can't believe that. I'm really happy about that. But let's look at everything. This is the official website. We're going to go through top to bottom and go through everything that's included in it, including all the things I think you should be looking out for as part of this. Now, let me start with, we predicted that Eternatus and Eternamax was going to come because in the anime and the games, Crown Swordsation and Crown Shield Zamazenta both sort of team up to take on Eternamax, and that is how they defeat Eternamax. This big hand that comes out of the sky that kind of gives all the energy to the max Pokemon in the universe. I think that's kind of the lore anyway, but the Max Finale event is here, and that is the big draw card as part of this Eternamax. So the Max Finale event is going to be held on the 23rd and the 24th of August from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. the following day, but there is a sub-event as part of this. So Max Finale is when Eternatus is going to come, and then there is a Dark Skies event, which is kind of like a lead-up event. So if you think about GoFest, we had GoFest, and then before that we had the Ancients Recovered. This is kind of like, instead of Ancients Recovered, you got Dark Skies, and then the Max Finale is like GoFest, right? So the Dark Skies event that leads up to it is from the 18th of August through till the 23rd of August, and that has so many great things as part of it as well, which we'll go through. The way I kind of think about this is that the Max Finale is kind of like GoFest, but then also with Eternatus on top of that. That's kind of how I've got my head around this anyway, but here's what's new. They say rally together with millions of trainers worldwide for the grand conclusion of this year's GoFest event's Max Finale, yada, yada, yada. Unticketed event. So there's so much stuff that is included in this absolutely free. There is no in-person versions for this. It's just all global straight out of the gate. And there is going to be a Go Pass. So the Go Pass is going to have the free track, and it's going to have the paid track. Now, the interesting thing about the free track is that is where you're going to get Eternatus. You're only going to be able to catch one Eternatus from the free track at level 100. So if you're a free-to-play player, you really have Niantic and Scopely to thank for this one, because they've heard you loud and clear. You cannot get a second Eternatus. Even if you do the paid Go Pass, you will not get a second Eternatus. So don't worry too much about that. Trainers level 13 and above can brave week-long gauntlet of raids, max battles, and more for a chance to battle and catch. Here's the key thing. Every Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon that has appeared in Pokemon Go so far, plus the newly arrived legendary Pokemon Eternatus. Now, key thing there, every Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon, every single one. If you missed any of them, or you didn't get a great shiny, or you didn't get one with great IV, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to play catch up, because I think there was a bunch that they put out. Toxtricity was one of them where remotes weren't available. So this is your chance to get those. All right, here's the big pull. Here's the big pull, right? Eternatus descends from the sky worldwide. Worldwide, global. We went through that before. Interestingly, this is where they start to manage your expectations a little bit, right? Defeating this powerful Pokemon in max battles grants large quantities of Eternatus candy. So there is going to be Eternatus. You catch Eternatus level 100 through the Go Pass, but you will be battling Eternamax all weekend. You will not be able to catch Eternamax, but it will give you large amounts of Eternatus candy and Eternatus Candy XL, which you can use to power up your own Eternatus. Now, here's where it says, and here's where it really manages your expectations. Eternatus is an extraordinarily powerful Pokemon that requires much more candy than other Pokemon to power up. So this is them saying we are increasing the cost of moves. It might be the cost to power up Eternatus from level to level, or it could be the moves of Eternatus. We don't know, and we don't know how much they're going to be increasing them by, but it says flat out there, hey, just letting you know, this is going to be expensive for the candy power up. All right, the next thing that it includes is the return of the crown form. So if you didn't get a crown shield Zamazenta or a crown sword Zacian, this is your chance. So on the Saturday and the Sunday, you'll be able to catch, or you'll be able to defeat, Crown Sword Zacian and Crown Shield Zamazenta, and you will get the energy for this, guys. So this is just Go Fest all over again. It'll be interesting to see if we feel that the shiny rate has been fixed for this, because one of the big complaints people had is that the shinies didn't feel like the shiny rates were accurate. So this is the opportunity to hopefully fix that. Now, interestingly about the backgrounds, you won't be able to get the backgrounds from GoFest. They are locked off, they are done, but there's another background coming up, which we'll talk about in a second. Then you have, they claim the biggest event yet, and that is because every Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon is coming back. I look at this whole set that you're seeing on the screen here. There are so many Pokemon here, so many, right? I have them all, but I'm short on Toxtricity Candy. I don't have a great IV one for that. And also, I missed the Gigantamax Gengar Day because I had an event in Cairns and I had to go to that. So I only have one of those because someone kindly traded me one, but it doesn't have great IVs. I also don't have the shiny for it. The shiny looks absolutely great. So the choices here are amazing if you've missed any of these, and they'll be on hourly rotations throughout the 2 days, which we'll see in a little bit as well. Here's how the backgrounds work. So the GoFest backgrounds are done. Now we have these new backgrounds here. So trainers who take on the max battles during the Dark Skies and Max Finale event will have a chance of receiving special backgrounds. Souvenir backgrounds will appear on the summary page, etc., etc. That's what it looks like there, Dark Skies. So that Zacian and Zamazenta backgrounds, if you have those, congratulations. You have something rare, because now we're moving on to these special backgrounds here as well. And the final one is, witness how the world changes. So I think they've just got some kind of, I don't know, visual effect change or something like that based off how many battles are being done, which doesn't sound that exciting. But if we think about some of the visual changes recently with the space-time changes, they looked really cool. So I'm cool with that. Then we got Eternatus, which, as we know, super powerful Pokemon. Interestingly, when I said this was coming to the game, maybe like 4 months ago or something like that, people didn't seem that G'd up about it. And now everyone's G'd up about it. And I'm just so glad that everyone is now G'd up about it and we're all on the same page. It is a poison and dragon type legendary Pokemon. And you get it at level 100. Like we said before, you can only catch it once, they say, as part of this, and it requires heaps more candy and Candy XL to power up due to its massive power. And basically, if you buy the premium pass, you will get more candy as part of that, but you won't get a second one. And then we've got the crowned dogs here. So again, same thing. We've been through that many times before, right? You'll be able to get the new backgrounds as part of that, which should be pretty cool as well. Then they mentioned the new avatar items. There's no pictures of these yet, but you can basically deck yourself out like Eternatus. There's the top, the pants, the shoes, and the helmet. But interestingly, the helmet will only be available in the paid version of the Go Pass Deluxe. So if you want the full outfit, you will need to get the paid version. Otherwise, you can just get the free version and get all the other stuff. Then it goes on about the Go Pass and basically says, to my understanding here, I'm not going to read all that, it's capped every day, but then during the event, it'll be uncapped, as it always is. Hopefully, we're all familiar with how that kind of works, and you need to redeem all of your stuff by Tuesday August 26th. So you got 2 days to redeem all those things there, which is totally fine. Very reasonable as part of that. Featured Pokemon and rewards. So complete your past tasks up to level 100 of the max finale to earn the following rewards. We have an encounter with Eternatus. We have random encounters with Dynamax Pokemon. Random encounters, so I don't know which ones that's going to include. Candy, including Eternatus candy, max particles, and even more goodies. I don't know what goodies means there. But then, if you do the paid track, as part of that, you get an increased chance of encountering a shiny Dynamax Pokemon found in 1 through to 4-star Dynamax battles. So it won't be any legendary Dynamaxes, but it will be all the other Dynamaxes, and they'll be shiny boosted. You get the Eternatus helmet that we talked about before. Additional encounters with even more Pokemon, doesn't say what it is there. Additional candy and XL candy, including the Eternatus and Eternatus XL candy, and then additional max particles. So very focused on rewards for the max battles there. And then major milestone rewards that you're going to get through anything free and paid. 3 tiers as there normally is. Normally you get like extra Stardust from eggs, or you get extra XP from friendship level breakthroughs. In this pass, tier 1 is going to give you increased power for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash. If you haven't used them already, they boost your attack power in raids, and then you get additional max particles from power spots when you visit those power spots. And then in tier 2, you get even more of a boost for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash, and then you get an increased chance for wild encounters near Pokestops. Now, some of these wild encounters can be Dynamax Pokemon. Sometimes they're just regular Pokemon as part of that, but I would think they're probably going to push more Dynamax Pokemon out as part of that. And then in tier 3, the top tier, the maximum increased power of Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash, that should stack on top of the additional level that you have. So if you've got like a maxed out level Behemoth Blade, this should be on top of that as well. And then you get additional rewards from max Pokemon placed at power spots. So normally you get candy. This is a great way to get legendary candy and farm the legendary candy. As part of that, you just like defeat a power spot and then put your legendary Pokemon there, and you can get kind of like 5 candy, 5 Zapdos candy or whatever, based off how many battles it does. But this is a good opportunity to get extra candy. I don't know what that's going to be boosted to, but that's there. Then they hit you with buy the stuff. So you can either buy the Go Pass Deluxe on its own, or you can buy the Go Pass Deluxe with 10 ranks. I mean, I don't think you need the extra 10 ranks, but it does give you a head start given it's capped every day. But if you didn't buy the extra 10 ranks, I think this would be totally fine. I don't think you need to worry about this too much. And then you've got the Go Pass Deluxe Max Finale and 10 ranks Ultra Box, which the ticket's not in the store yet, but normally it gives you like Ultra Balls and stuff. It's like, you know, okay, whatever. Dark Skies event. Let's go through the Dark Skies event and then the Max Finale event. So Dark Skies event is all about all of the Pokemon that have appeared in Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemon. So it says here, prepare for the return of every Dynamax Pokemon seen in Pokemon Go. Every Dynamax Pokemon. Now that doesn't sound like that many, but because it hasn't been around for that long, but if you think about it, there's actually quite a lot. So in Dynamax battles, look at all these. On August 18, we have Squirtle, Caterpie, Ghastly, Krabby, Shuckle, Sableye, Beldum, Latios, Trubbish, Sobble, Hatenna. And obviously Latios, Beldum, Sableye, Shuckle, Krabby, Ghastly, Caterpie, Squirtle can all be shiny. Doesn't say they're shiny boosted, just says if you're lucky, you'll get one. Then on Tuesday, Charmander, Omanyte, Kabuto, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Pidove, Drillbur, Croagonal, Rookidee, including the shiny Rookidee now in there as well, just recently released. Then we have Toxtricity with the amped form, and then we have Dynamax Toxtricity low-key form, and then we have Scorbunny as well. Then on Thursday, August 21st, and Friday, August 22nd, you got 2 days here. Dynamax Bulbasaur, Machop, Chansey, Raikou, Suicune, Entei, Wailmer, Darumaka, Passimian, Grookey, Squirtle, Wooloo, and Phalanx, which should be good there. I think the only one I don't have is Raikou. Raikou. That's the only one that I'm missing. As part of that, I have the Shundo Dynamax Entei. Gotta give a shout out to my boy there. Then, interestingly, 5-star raids, 3-star raids, and 1-star raids. Here's something that you need to be aware of with this. From August 18th till the 20th, you have Zacian and Zamazenta both appearing. No energy coming from them, just their regulars. Then the 21st is just Zacian, and the 22nd is Zamazenta. Those can all be shiny, so if you get a Hundo or a Shundo or anything like that, it's a great one to hold on to until you get more energy when the Go Fest event happens. Then if we look in 3-star raids here, we have Galarian Farfetch and Galarian Weezing, and then 1-star raids, we have Sinistee. But then, interestingly, on Thursday, August 21st, from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, we have Crown Sword Zacian. And then on Friday, the 22nd, is Crown Shield Zamazenta. Now, I was like, but it said that the Crown forms weren't coming back. And then I saw that it's only 1 hour. It's kind of like 1 raid hour on Thursday for Crown Sword Zacian, and then 1 raid hour on Sunday for Crown Shield Zamazenta. That will get you ready for Eternatus. So you don't have to be doing Eternamax and trying to get some great stuff for the crowned dogs. Then wild encounters, you have Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Squavit, Wooloo, Boring. Event bonuses, there'll be more power spots usual than active. It doesn't say there's more power spots. It says there's more power spots than usual will be active. And it says power spots will refresh more frequently and max particle collection limit will increase. Now, interestingly from that, what I see from this is basically that, like a max battle day where every power stop is active, that's what I imagine. I don't think there'll be more. I think it'll just be more active and you won't be in that dormant stage. And then it says the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 30 from Monday till Friday. And then I think it's going to go unlimited, but we'll see in a second. Then you get free timed research as part of that. And then finally, for the Dark Skies event, timed research, go over to the code redemption page in the web store and enter GoFest Max. I think it needs to be no gaps, obviously, but all in caps. And you'll be able to choose free times research for either Rillaboom, Cinderace, or Inteleon. Mr. Leon will see you now. So if you missed out on any of that, oh, there's so much stuff, right? That's only Dark Skies. Now let's look at Max Finale. Like I told you, there's so much stuff in this, right? Dark Skies focused on a lot of the Dynamax Pokemon. Max Finale is going to be Gigantamax Central. Look at all these. Look at them all. Gigantamax Gengar, I see you. All the others, I'll get a better Toxtricity as well. But Max Battles here. This is about Eternamax and Eternatus. Now, Eternamax is going to be appearing at almost every almost every power spot, with the exception of a couple, and each hour, those couple are going to rotate to a different one of those Gigantamax, but most of them is going to be Eternatus. Now, it doesn't say anything about what the cap's going to be. If the cap's going to be 40, we did see them test capless sort of experiences with max battles at GoFest in person, so it'll be interesting to see if they've got uncapped ones here or if they're going to cap them at 40. We'll see. But it says Eternatus will take over the majority of power spots, while trainers will not be able to catch Eternamax Eternatus while after defeating in max battles. They will earn a large amount of candy. So it's really a candy farming event that you can then use to power up your Eternatus as part of that. Then here's where it goes on. So basically there's going to be an hourly rotation. So outside of Eternamax, on Saturday and Sunday, each hour is going to have a different one here. So we've got Gigantamax Lapras, Snorlax, Gengar, Inteleon, Venusaur, Machamp, and Toxtricity amped form for Saturday. For Sunday, starting at 10 a.m., we have Rillaboom, then Charizard, Butterfree, Kingler, Blastoise, and Cinderace, and then Loki form Toxtricity as well. So that rotates through every hour, but most of these power spots are going to be the Eternamax. Then in Dynamax battles, all Dynamax Pokemon that appeared may also appear at a power spots, but it'll be less likely. I don't know how less likely it'll be, but Basically, they're saying like this is all about Gigantamax. So in the lead up is all going to be Dynamax. During the event, it is going to be Gigantamax focused. In the raids here, we have in 5-star raids on Saturday and Sunday, we have Crown Sword Zacian and Crown Shield Zamazenta. Doesn't specify if one's going to be one day or one's going to be the other day. It kind of just looks like all weekend. So that's kind of like a good thing there. It doesn't say much at all about that. So that's just going to be the same thing. New background. 3-star raids, costume trains Phalanx. Interestingly, they call it Phalanx in Training. Very cute. I didn't notice that when they did Go Fest. Let me know in the comments. Was it always called Phalanx in Training? That's very cute. And then in 1-star raids, we have the Dapper Pikachu with Valor, Mystic, or Instinct colorways as well. Wild encounters. Nothing that crazy here. Kanto starters, Paldean starters, Squirvet, and Wooloo. And then, if you were lucky, you get Caterpie, Ghastly, Chansey, Shuckle, Sableye, Beldum, Darumaka, Trubbish, and Phalanx. Now, those are just wild encounters, so these aren't Dynamax, but interestingly, they all relate to Dynamax Pokemon. So again, candy farming event as part of that as well. The weekend's event bonuses are going to be additional power spots will be active. So interestingly, it says additional power spots will be active. I don't know if that's, you know, the same or any different there, but they'll refresh more frequently. So I would expect these on a 30-minute timer as well. Max particle collection will increase, but also you get 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. So 2 times catch candy and then 2 times candy XL chance from catching Pokemon as well as part of that. Then there'll be no limit on raid pass. No limit on raid passes on Saturday and Sunday. So it goes 30 a week and to unlimited. Then you have timed research, which you can use to get more candy. So you won't be able to get another Eternatus, but you will be able to get more timed research candy. As part of that field research task encounters, you got your fossils. If you're one of the fossil fans, this is your chance to get Kabuto, Omanyte, or Trubbish. So much stuff. So much stuff, guys. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, right? As a big Sword and Shield fan, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. I was meant to babysit my nephew, and let me tell you, I got to call in the favor that, unfortunately, I've got a higher calling. I don't know. I haven't told my sister yet. I'm going to have to tell her. But I can't miss this. I can't miss this. So I'm going to have to call in that brother favor and go, look, you need to find another babysitter. I'll look after nephew any other time. I'm going to be at this. Super excited about this. I'm really curious to know what you guys think of this event. Are you guys super excited about that? Where are you going to be playing? Do you like these kind of videos? I mean, I'm happy to make them. I kind of like talking about Pokemon, right? But are they interesting to watch? Like, is this provide an extra layer of context to your awareness of Pokemon? Do you just like hearing someone else talk about it? Do you like just chatting in the comments? Reply to everyone in the comments. Anyway, curious to know. I'm still kind of figuring out what you guys like, so you let me know. I'm honest about wanting to make this the best channel as it can be for you guys, but also making it a bit different to what's already out there. But we want to be casual with it. We want to be chill. But let me tell you, I'm anything but casual or chill about this event. I'm so excited. So there's going to be plenty more to discuss in the lead up. We'll do big dissections about Eternatus and how to make the most out of that as well through all the shorts and things like we do. But in the meantime, get hyped. Get hyped. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, like, do all those things. But mostly just get hyped, and I'll see you in the future videos.